And as the trial gets underway, we are 1 week away from the presidential election. A lot of things going on. NKU political science professor Dr. Salzman here to break down what we can expect in these final days. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, I thought of you immediately when I heard about this next email scandal that popped up on Friday. My question this morning, what is the potential effect of this Comey letter? We have heard so many things.
Right. Well, it's hard to tell to what extent these emails even pertain to Hillary Clinton. But as we think about the presidential race, there's no doubt that this can't be good for Hillary Clinton. Now, will it improve Donald Trump's position? Again, we don't know that, but we know that it won't improve Hillary Clinton's position. Will we see much movement in the polls? News like this within a week, rehashing something that we've heard about repeatedly, maybe a point or two. But I don't think that we're going to see some kind of big 5 or 6 or 7 point swing.
Well, there is a monkey poll out on the email investigation. 93% of Republicans thought it was important to discuss. 83% of Democrats thought it didn't matter. Right.
And again, that speaks to the fact that people are hunkered down at this point. The last statistic I saw is that 22 million people have already voted. And so I don't know, this may have actually resonated more if it was 2 or 3 or 4 weeks ago. Even then, again, we're coming back full circle. We've been talking about Hillary Clinton's emails for years now. It feels like, I don't know if it's been years. And so I don't know that this necessarily counts as an October surprise in the sense that it's truly something new. And the fact that we've walked back a lot of it and said, we don't know what are in the emails. We don't even know if Hillary Clinton is in the emails at all, except maybe being mentioned in passing. So there's a lot of uncertainty. But again, I want to go back to the fact that it doesn't help her. And the trend was already moving towards Donald Trump when we look at polls that were taken in the days prior to the Comey release, even though the polls were released after the Comey release. So the polls don't reflect the Comey letter. The reality was that the polls were starting to tighten towards Donald Trump then. This can only help that.
Yeah, I mean, at one point we thought Hillary Clinton would likely be almost waving her victory flag as she was stumping for other senators. So should we watch for anything in the next few days?
Again, just continue to look at that trending. Last week I talked about Pennsylvania being an important state. I named a few others. I would continue to look at those in terms of polling. Pennsylvania has been running about 6 to as high as 10 points in Clinton's favor. Will that start to eke back? Will we start to see some movement in Florida and North Carolina as well? And same with Ohio. Will it move from virtually even into Donald Trump's camp? But again, this is very nuanced at this point, but the trend matters, and the trend is towards Donald Trump.
Okay, so Senate races, particularly Indiana, what can we look for?
Yeah, we have a lot really going on here in the tri-state. Indiana's one of them. They have a race right now between Evan Bayh, who was a senator before, and a representative, and Bayh was in the lead, and now that's moved into a tie, which has to be good for our Indiana viewers. If you're a supporter of the Republican, then that has to be good for them. We also have other races in the area. The Kentucky House of Representatives is very narrowly controlled by the Democrats. That may surprise some people at home that the Democrats still control that House. Will it flip to the Republican side? Other races like the mayoral race in Covington are very significant today. So no matter what side of the state lines you are here in the tri-state, there's a lot of races to be paying attention to, and I'm very excited to be able to follow those as well next Tuesday.
Okay, quick thought before we go. The next time I see you will be election day and then after. Any thoughts?
I think that what we'll be looking at is probably a race that's very similar percentage-wise, polling-wise to what we were seeing in 2012. That is Barack Obama up by a few points, but there being a lot of uncertainty going into it. And again, we need to look towards the East Coast for our answers.
Salzman, we appreciate it. We'll see you soon.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. A fixed